I think it's important for the players to know that where to find you and how to get a hold of you. So I coached both football and basketball for 6 years.
Wow.
And in that time, we had 2 more kids. And when the new coach took over, new basketball coach took over, she's like, it's probably time for you to be done with one or the other.
Yeah.
And football is my passion. I football, if I had a choice, I would pick football. I love being around the kids. I love seeing the development. I love seeing the successes and the failures. And it's brought a lot of joy and benefits to my family. In the last 7 years, we've won 3 state titles, and we've been to the semifinals 5 times. So it's 6 times actually. So it's been the program's completely turned around. And one of the big things with me taking the job is I looked at every one of those coaches that I've coached with for multiple years and said, hey, I'm not doing this without you. My goal is to be the best team in the state and essentially be a top-ranked team in the nation year after year. And respect the game, respect what we're doing in the process to get better every single day, and make sure, my slogan with them is be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing. In the real world, you get fired from your job. So as your employer, your head coach, I expect you to be where you're supposed to be unless you've communicated to me beforehand. Everybody should have something they're passionate about that drives them. Like, passion is huge.
Yeah.
And so whether that's sports or whether that's music or arts or anything, there should be something in your life that gets your heart beating a little bit more, that you put a little more heart or soul into. Competition drives us to be better. And every day in my life, I'm striving to be better than I was before. College recruiting is way different now than it was before. I mean, social media and visibility with the kids, it's so much different. So these kids are pushed really hard now. They've got to really want it to go to that next level. And then even if you really, really want it, you still need God-given ability to have the size and the speed to be able to do it. Everything that we do in life creates who we are as a person, and those instances, especially as a teenager, have such an impact on who you are as you get older. Our job as coaches is to teach for perfection, expect perfection, knowing that we'll never achieve that. We film practices and watch practices, and you can see what you did wrong, because a lot of times I think I may be doing something that coach is telling me to do in my head, but then I go watch on a film and like, oh, I see what he was saying now. Can you learn more from a loss? Yeah, a lot of times, because the attitude of the people that are learning is a little more humbled from a loss. When we win and consistently win, we sometimes we sometimes don't absorb the teaching that's happening because I'm doing things right, I'm getting the results I want. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? Like, if we're always comparing ourselves to somebody else rather than looking inward and say, how good can I be? You got to catch that ball. That's not coaching. This is what happened, why you dropped the ball. And this is how we can fix it so that next time it doesn't happen. Kids are way more accepting of that kind of coaching. Just yelling at these kids ruins that passion a lot of times for what they really want, and kids stop playing. It's important for my boys to know that when they're playing on a team with another coach, that coach is the one that's in charge, and what he says, you follow. Go try everything and find out what you like and what you really want to do. And if I have to force you to go to practice, we're out of that sport. I'm done. Be passionate about something, put your heart and soul into it. Half effort's never going to get you where you want to go in anything. Wherever we're at, be present there and be doing what you're doing at that moment. When that gets taken away from you, you realize how important it is. I don't care how good you are, these coaches are going to look past you. So you never really know. I'm telling you, I've never seen a 3, 6, 9-year-old get college scholarships. Baseball, in my opinion, is the best sport for teaching mental preparedness, because between every single pitch, you got to know what happened. Oh, she graduated high school and paid for her own esthetician school, which was a ton of money. She had saved all this money that she had earned through high school.
You have to give them experiences, right? And I think that's one of your jobs as a parent, is to get them involved in different things.
Yeah, and then help them, guide them. We all have influence over their decisions that they do make, whether we like it or not. There's a lot of days that maybe I want to sit home and not go do what I've committed to do, but every time when you go do it, the benefit you get from it is so overwhelming. My brain and my mentality completely changes when I go from coaching to running my business, and I have different personalities with each one of them. Potential to me is a really bad word,
sure,
because it's you haven't achieved or earned any of it. So we have a lot of potential, and hopefully that fires the kids up when I tell them that the potential's not a good word. Staying where you're at isn't good enough. That means you're not progressing. So
True.
Where we've been, I'm hoping to elevate it and take it to even a higher level.